Hey, look at there. You see him? Well, open your damn eyes in. It's the old-timey country down-home red state update podcast and them. Coming to you from a bunker underneath Jackie's Market in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. And here they are, both of them.
Hey, Jackie Froze.
I'm old Dunlap.
Yeah.
Coming at you for another exciting podcast.
You saying we do how many more of these? It'd be a year?
We said we'd do one. We ain't missed one. I mean, there was one where we just cut together all the sponsors from the
You was
previous
out of town,
23.
something like that. Yeah.
But that took a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's not like we just sit around with our thumbs up each other's butts.
Hey, don't
Oh, picture that.
wait.
And then there was one where we watched Batman. That was a good one. And
No.
then there was another one where we just...
There's other ones that ain't worth listening to where it just wasn't no
there's a
good.
bunch of those. But this, I think it's like the week after Thanksgiving, week of Thanksgiving. That will be our 1 year anniversary where we did it, a whole thing. We did it every week for a year.
Yeah.
We made it, Jackie.
Well,
We did it.
I just have to be alive. Don't matter what it is
Oh.
I'm doing.
Why do you say that? Can't you just take a compliment? We did a
What?
thing.
What do you mean, did it? Sit here and talk?
Well, Jackie, I know that your generation, the greatest generation.
Yeah, we did stuff. Things come. We you know, put your nose to the grindstone, get your hands dirty. Nowadays, sitting around and talking is an accomplishment.
Yes. 'Cause if it wasn't for this, I'd probably just be laying on the couch,
Well, yeah.
driving around, drinking and driving. I could have killed the chances of me running into
Well,
somebody's
I'll
family
say
or
this:
children.
it's worth sitting here putting up with your mess. Most of the time, if it's saving lives, now that's an accomplishment, I reckon, keeping you off the streets.
There's no telling what I'd have got up to if it hadn't been for this.
Well, I'm all for it then.
So thanks, everybody.
Well, you mean thank everybody? Well, you
Well,
thank me. I'm the one to sit here and have to listen to you.
They have to listen to it, too.
Why they gotta listen
well,
to this?
there's no agreement. But, I mean, once they download it,
I don't know what.
it's just going to sit on their iPod, clog up their phone.
I don't know why anybody. I don't understand how any of that stuff works.
Some people still listen to it on YouTube.
Yeah.
Listen to it on YouTube.
Well, yeah.
That's a contradiction in terms. YouTube, you watch. You. Tube.
Yeah.
TV tube. YouTube it. Watch it.
You listen to this, oh. This here's what you don't look at it no more.
No,
You-
but sometimes people just watch it on YouTube, but they don't look at that picture we put up for the whole time. They just listen to it.
Well, yeah. That makes sense, yeah.
This is. Do you think this was a bad beginning? I mean, we talked about first. We congratulated ourselves for doing a fucking podcast.
I didn't. Hey, watch your mouth. I didn't congratulate.
For 10
I
months.
called that as soon as you said something. That
Yeah,
ain't
that's
nothing.
true.
I ain't worth.
And then we talked another like 5 minutes about how we distribute our podcast.
Well, I don't understand how that works. That's you could say it. Oh, you'd say that 4 or 5 more times on there, and I still wouldn't
You
understand.
know what
none of
it is, folks? We usually, generally, for most of the previous podcasts, we were recording them in the afternoon, in the daylight hours.
Well, yeah. As soon as I close up Sunday.
But this is late night, Saturday night. We're
Yeah.
down here in the bunker, and I guess maybe we're both a little dragging,
Well,
a little droopy.
it's about bedtime for me.
It was just a scheduling thing. I got my Breaking Bad party tomorrow, and I didn't want to
What party?
mess up. But the Breaking Bad party,
Yeah.
TV show,
I may think I heard something. Name of it.
Everybody talking about it in the world.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't never seen it. I don't know what it is.
Oh, you like it, Jackie. It's good. It's probably the best TV show ever made.
I don't know about that.
It's all about this man. He's a teacher, high school teacher.
I like that. That's good, yeah. I like shows about teachers, yeah. Doing good, teaching children.
What show? What do you mean, like PBS? Like instructional programming?
Well, I was thinking, well, that too, that's good for children. What's that show is a paper chase. They're lawyers, but they're getting taught how to be lawyer.
Right. No, this is not. He's a high school teacher.
I didn't like that show either, but that's good intentions or whatever. Yeah, I mean,
he's
people
got
need to learn.
Sick son, all messed up.
Sick son.
Yeah.
Well, like life goes on.
Not exactly.
Corky, well, he wasn't sick, but this boy's dying or something on bad show.
No, he's just kind of messed up a little. It's not like Corky, though. It's different. It's not like he makes meth after that.
What?
He starts making meth.
Meth?
Yeah, meth. He starts making.
I ain't gonna watch no
and
show
selling
like that.
drugs.
I don't know.
And becomes mean and takes the drug world by storm.
You start doing drugs and make you mean.
He's awesome.
What?
He's probably my hero.
Oh, hell. I ain't gonna watch anything like that. Sounds like something you'd like.
Now, y'all listening to this tomorrow, y'all have already, by the time this goes up, most of y'all may be watching or have already watched the Breaking Bad finale. I'll tell you what my prediction is, and then Jackie can give his prediction.
I don't know what it is. I ain't gonna predict nothing. I don't know
this ain't
nothing
really
about but what you just told me right there. I don't know anything.
A prediction so much as it is just what I would do if I were Walter White. I would frame my wife for everything. He tries to help her, protect her. Nope. Sell her down the fucking river.
Hey, I don't want to sit here and listen to you cuss all night.
Take the son and the baby and put them into the system wherever they wind up.
What?
Just let life shape them into the adults that they will become. Just throw them, Moses in a basket. Get rid of them.
What? Oh,
and then I'd take that gun and I'd say, hey, you Nazis want to work for me? Let's take shit over. Let's rule the world. Who runs this town? Me and my Nazi henchmen.
Nazis?
Yeah, Nazis are kind of the bad guys.
Well, World War II.
No, it ain't like it's neo-Nazis.
Oh, hell.
Prison gang Nazis.
You talking about the kind like in Pink Cadillac?
I never saw Pink Cadillac.
Clint Eastwood fought them kind, yeah.
He fought them, or he was one?
He wasn't. Clint Eastwood wasn't no Nazi. He only, where Eagles Dare, he dressed up like one. Him and old English. Dressed up like, but he was undercover. But Clint Eastwood, that's as close as he ever got to being a Nazi in a movie. Clint Eastwood wouldn't do that.
Bernadette Peters was a Nazi?
No, she wouldn't. No.
Just
they was fighting them or something. They was after them for some reason, maybe because of that's all I remember of it. I don't remember anything else.
And it's supposed to be a comedy, right?
Well, I don't remember laughing too much, but.
So I don't see what the problem is, Walter White. Worst case scenario, you got to work with some Nazis.
What?
So just, if you're the boss of Nazis, how bad could it be? If Nazis are the boss of you, eventually they're going to try to make you slaughter some civilizations. But if you can tell the Nazis what to do, you just put that precision and powerful work ethic to work for you, building your drug empire.
You go and try to get a Nazi to work for you.
Well, if
worst, you can't. I had someone I didn't know for sure.
Was a Nazi or not?
Well, he in here cleaning up. Supposed to be, give him part-time work. He'd look homeless to me. But it turned out, they turned out he had tattoos all over. Of course, we didn't walk around in here with his shirt off, all that. He'd been in jail, and they say, he related to someone. I ain't going to say who. Give him a few dollars. He needs to get back on his feet, and I tried to help, but I didn't know. But lazy wouldn't do nothing I told him to do.
So you're saying you met a lazy Nazi?
Well, he sit around and smoke cigarettes.
Ain't nothing worse than a lazy Nazi.
Leaning up against you. Yeah. I'm just saying, I didn't know I would have never had him in the store otherwise. If I'd have known, I'd come to find out after I told him to get his lazy butt out. You ain't getting paid for sitting around smoking.
Well, Jackie, I think you're generalizing based on your bad experience with one Nazi.
Well, I'd prefer not to have any dealings with no Nazis.
So that's how I'd end Breaking Bad. I'd just start taking shit over again. And then I'd use all my millions to buy me the best cancer pill in the world.
What?
And I'd take that, and I'd get well. And then me and Lydia and the principal would have a three-way.
What?
If I was Walter White.
All right, I don't want to. If that's what this show's like and about, I don't want to hear no more about it. I'm glad I ain't
talking
seen
improvements, Jackie.
Well,
I mean, it set the bar pretty high, but I think I can set it higher.
I have fun at your party watching it.
High bar. I guess we should do our sponsors, Jackie. It's late, and I just don't want to fall asleep. I'm going to have to turn in and get some rest before my big Breaking Bad party. I'm making hors d'oeuvres.
What?
Meth cakes.
All right.
It's not real meth.
All right. I know real fake. What the hell's the reason to make?
You don't want to watch TV with a meth head.
I don't want to watch TV with you, let alone a meth head. I don't.
Especially something you need to pay attention to.
Well.
So it's all the drugs are fake except for the pot and the pills.
All right, enough. Don't be telling people where to get drugs, this and that on here. That's not what this is for.
I didn't tell anybody. Did I name a location? I just said I'm going to whip up some
all
tasty
right,
treats.
You just talking about showing off. Think you hot stuff.
I am
Tired
hot
of
stuff.
it.
I'm having a Breaking Bad party. Do you know anybody else in America having a Breaking Bad party?
Hell no.
I thought of that.
All right.
I'm going to go to Kroger and get some cupcakes, and I'm going to get a little tube of Red Frosty.
All right. You have your party. I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear nothing more about that show and the Nazis or nothing. Meth, none of that. Enough.
M on every cake.
All right.
For meth. And then if you want to bring some chips or dip or whatever, that's cool.
Enough.
What are you going to bring?
All right. I ain't bringing nothing. I ain't going to have nothing to do with any of that. It's a mess.
I think you could probably jump in at the last episode and figure out what's going on.
I don't want to. If it's about all that stuff you talked about, I don't care nothing about it. I wouldn't be there if you paid me. I don't care nothing about it.
Oh, well, you just stay at home and jerk off to Pink Cadillac.
Hey, all right.
I'll be watching.
If you're going to be like this, we ain't doing this at night no more. I ain't going to hear language like that every 5 minutes coming out of your damn mouth.
Hey, it's Red State Update Podcast After Dark. It's a Saturday night. I'm supposed to be having fun, and I'm down here.
You the one that wanted to do it, and now you're going to complain about it.
We made a commitment. We had to do it at least every week for a year. And after that, we can start slacking off or just throwing up whatever, not caring. I'm down here. I'm putting in the work. It may not be a great listening experience for you or the people who downloaded it, but I'm here, and that's what matters.
All right.
So let's do our sponsors for this week.
I'm doing my damn sponsor if you shut the hell up for 5 minutes. My sponsor's got something to do with what's going on right now. We all know what's happening in the country. Obama loves his Obamacare so much that he's willing to shut down the government, put people out of work and everything else. It's pitiful. And that should be enough right there for, it's kicking in here soon, supposedly. And they're asking all these students over MTSU, I'm telling you to opt out, young people, students, opt out of that Obamacare.
Don't go to the doctor, even if you need to.
Well, no, I didn't say that. I said opt out of Obamacare.
Oh.
because I got a deal. It's who our sponsor is. It's Dr. Birdman's got a plan that puts Obamacare to just the bunch of crap it is.
Well, Dr. Birdman has his own.
He got a plan. Students can sign up. He said students opt out of Obamacare. Come down call down here first, so I'll let you know if he's here. You call me, Jack Market. And because he comes in once every 2 or 3 months, he usually gives me a heads up. He'll be out there with all the birds on the truck, and you can work out a payment plan. There's subsidized payment plan, any kind of deal you want to work out for health care. Dr. Birdman's health care is what you need. I'm going to say it right now.
Wait a minute. So Birdman
Don't
care.
start running Birdman.
No, I just
Dr. Birdman, first off.
Dr. Birdman care is better. Okay, I just have a few questions. Now, you say to me that Dr. Birdman is a doctor. He's an actual doctor.
He got his certificate, everything else, degree, all that stuff. Been working on it for years.
He also sells illegal birds.
He think nothing illegal about selling a bird.
From the back of a flatbed truck. And he shows up unexpectedly, lets you know where he's going to be, like around back at the store or out by at the mall, like where the pennies close, like somewhere.
He's a traveling salesman. He goes from place to place. That's his line of business. That's how he does it. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
He used to have a monkey. He did the monkey show. Do we
Birdman,
even know
I guess Dr. Birdman Monkey Show. Yeah.
what happened to the monkey? Is it still around?
I asked him about it last time I saw him. He kind of gruff about the situation. Said, I don't know.
So
left it at that.
Birdman Care is a better deal just because he. Why?
It's for younger people. They're trying to get all these students over at MTSU signed up for Obamacare.
But how do you even make an appointment? You don't even know where
I
it's going to
just
be.
said call down at the store, and I'll tell you if
But
he's here.
He comes every 2 or 3 months.
He'll bring all the paperwork with him.
So you have to call every day for like 3 months to see if Birdman has shown up at your store?
Ain't that just about like healthcare is already now?
And
you think that's going to be better than what Obamacare is going to give you? I tell you that right now.
But you have just turned yourself into Birdman Care's receptionist because they're going to call you.
I don't mind
every
helping.
day.
I don't mind helping a friend out. All I got to say, he'll be here next Wednesday. I don't mind answering the phone saying
You
that.
won't know if he'll be here. He
Gives me a general idea.
And why he can't post a schedule because of the authorities. Am I incorrect in
I
saying
don't
that?
have nothing to do with that. He's all over the place. He goes up, down, southeast.
And he has medical equipment and prescription
if you
pads.
leave a message, once you sign up, all your answers going to be explained. It ain't going to be confusing like Obamacare. Once you sign up with Dr. Birdman's insurance policy, his program, all these questions you got, he'll set you straight.
Is it a subscription deal or like a Columbia
You
House?
take that up with Dr. Birdman, I advise you to do it. It's either that or Obamacare.
Those are our choices. Birdman
Be thankful
Care.
you got a choice.
Well, you're right about that. As much as I am suspicious of Birdman, Dr. Birdman, and his Birdman Care.
Be suspicious all you want. He's a fine gentleman, known for a long time. He never let me down. He always stands by what he says, and he ain't done me wrong.
What if you're allergic to birds? What if that's your medical?
I'm sure there's something you can work out. I don't know about that. In that case, you might have to go to another doctor. It may be fine print somewhere. I don't know.
Because Dr. Birdman, his clothes are just going down the road with those birds and feathers and in his hair and mites and dander. I mean, he's covered in bird essence. So if
That's his job. You run it down. If he dig ditches, you'd be saying, oh, he's covered in mud and dirt.
Am
you
I-
go run him down no matter what.
I'm not passing judgment. I was thinking, this is what was in my mind. I was sitting down with a young college student who's just opted out of Obamacare, highly allergic to birds. And I was telling them, look, Birdman may not be the physician, and I'd use air quotes, for you.
Well, tell him to go somewhere else and sign up for Obamacare.
Oh, why
There's
don't
a lot worse stuff than birds in Obamacare. I'm going to say it right now.
Why don't you-
Tell him just to sign up for it. Fine. You won't run him down every chance you get.
Why
I
don't we
don't know
just
why he
send-
still gives me $25 to do this.
Why don't we just send people with bird allergies to the concentration camps? You and your Nazi buddy that used to
You
work
the
for
one
you.
talk about running Nazis, not me.
So that's your choice, America. Birdman care or Obamacare?
Well, around here, not everywhere, not America, just MTSU students.
Right. If you live in another state. He goes to lots of other states, but Jackie's volunteering to be his secretary, so you can call the store and find out if
I
he's
ain't a
coming here.
secretary. I just helping a friend out, happy to help
If you live,
somebody I know with a business. I always put in a good word, say what I can. I'd be on here talking about it whether he'd give me $25 or not. I'll say it right now.
if you live in, say, Nevada or Oregon or
Well,
Massachusetts,
ain't no reason to bring your state. We live in Tennessee.
well,
This-
maybe those people in those states could call you. We'll give out your number at the end of the
hell.
podcast. And you can call Jackie anywhere in the country.
Is for the numbers up all over. He made flyers. Is for MTSU students. That's it. That's all he's covering.
That's his plan. Is MTSU students.
To start off. So you got to have your student ID. It says it all in there. Just call Jackie Smarkich in the phone book, and I'll set you up with him and do it straight. It's either that or you just see what you get from Obamacare. You just see.
Can't even imagine what that's going to be like.
Yep.
What a nightmare.
Yep.
My sponsor this week is Obamacare,
What?
Jackie. Well, the federal government has realized maybe they haven't done the best job of outreach and explaining Obamacare to combat the right wingers and the Ted Cruzes of the world who so desperately want to dismantle Obamacare.
Well, yeah.
They're saying maybe we haven't got the word out. So what they've done is they've taken about $7 billion and they're targeting podcasts.
What the hell?
They're going to spend about $6 billion on podcast advertising to really get the word out and to give the American people the facts. So, just go down to the doctor and just be like, hey, I'm sick or whatever. And they'll be like, how do you want to pay for this, sir? Cash or Obamacare? And I'll say, Obamacare, doctor, Obamacare.
What?
And he'll say, thank you for calling me doctor. I worked really hard on getting that degree.
All right.
And
You
I'll
ain't
say,
going.
what?
You give that $25 back.
I can't, Jackie, have you ever dealt with the bureaucracy
Oh,
of the federal
hell,
government?
why did you take it in the first
I
damn
wouldn't
place?
even know who. You'd have to go through layers of red tape even to find out who to give it back to.
Oh,
And honestly, I said, I'm going to need something very concise and just very specific and just that explains, because we don't have a lot of time on this podcast. I mean, we're pretty direct and to the point usually when we cover a topic. It's not like we just sit here and ramble.
what?
So I said, we need to hit the high points. Just give me something that will express to the people what you think they need to know about Obamacare.
Oh, hell.
And so they sent me a 3,000-page booklet and a PowerPoint that I started at 5 p.m., and it's still going.
A what?
So I don't understand anything about Obamacare, and I'm a person supposed to be telling our vast podcasting audience about it. So what I think is going to happen is you just go down, like if you have medicine you're owed by the drugstore, you just go in and say, I think Obamacare will send you monthly a list of pills you might like, and you take those to the pharmacist,
Oh.
and you say, here's my Obamacare list, and then it'll be like in Russia when you go to buy bread, He'll see what brands of bread he has on the shelves, and but it's pills.
All right. That's what this.
There may be some bread with pills in it, like you
And
give a dog.
You took $25 from them.
Yes. Just like every podcast. Well,
What?
not
every.
I don't think they reached out to like the popular ones. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know how Obamacare is going to work in the real world, but whoever was in charge of getting their message out, they really fucked up.
Well,
I
that
hope they're
ain't
not
no
the doctors.
message. It's going to ruin the damn country.
Right. Well, that's what they're wanting us to combat, Jackie. So don't say that. I took $25. You have to say it's going
The hell you just sit there and run Dr. Birdman down for as long as I was talking about him.
But you're talking about.
But you're talking about what Obamacare we could I don't want to hear it. Don't start. I'll get up and walk out of here right now.
I'm just saying, as long as I'm doing the ad, you can't say anything bad about Obama.
Well, I just did an ad for Dr. Birdman. You can't say one damn bad word about him, and that's all you did.
All I did was ask a few questions.
You didn't.
I asked, how do we know that he's...
You talk about Bird stuff being all over him like he's pitiful and this and that.
Hey, it is kind of pitiful when he gets out.
That's his job. You sit there and run it. You going to run Dr. Birdman down.
Yeah, I ask questions. Somebody has to
you
ask some
questions you know you're going to get to run him down for. You go.
All I'm saying is, Jackie, I can sit here and say Obamacare's great.
Don't you dare say that on there.
Sign up for it on Tuesday. How? I don't know. I think you call a number and press pound. Remember when Captain Crunch had like the first 800 number on the back of the box? And half the time you couldn't get through?
Don't call that number. Call Jackie's Market, and I'll get you with Dr. Birdman.
Nope.
If you're an MTSU student and got the proper ID.
Listen, if you want a tongue stick in your mouth covered in bird shit, call Jackie's.
All right.
If you want a tongue stick in your mouth that cost $5 million and was used to kill someone's grandmother, call Obamacare's number.
Well, that sounds about right.
I don't know. I mean, they sent me this document. It's 3,000 pages long. They sent it like express overnight. It was like $70 to ship. But like they said, we got to get this on a podcast.
Hell.
So
not on
Obamacare,
this one.
Sign up for it.
Not on this one anymore.
If you're young and healthy, sign up for it twice. Hey, here's the thing about Obamacare. If you're a college kid, you can have sex and you won't get nobody pregnant.
All right, enough.
Or
enough.
AIDS.
Enough.
That's what Obama says, I think. Does Dr. Birdman
I don't want to.
give you the same promise? I doubt it.
He don't make promises he can't keep. I'll say that right now. No.
Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if Dr. Birdman does say things like misguided notions on what causes pregnancy. He might know what gets an egg out of a bird's butt, but he don't know what makes a pretty little college girl give birth to a gorgeous...
All right. I'm
Well,
not going to listen to you run and sit on here and let Obamacare be a damn sponsor.
Do eggs come out of birds' buttholes or where?
Well, you tell you what, you call me up and I'll get you with Dr. Birdman. Y'all sort it out.
Well, you got yourself a deal. Well, that's our sponsors for this week.
Hell,
Welcome back to Red State
Obamacare
Update
ain't no damn sponsor on here.
After Dark. I'm going to take that $25 when I get out of here. I'm going down to Gentleman Jim's Toes. I'm going to say, hey, fellas, this round is on Obamacare.
You see how well that goes over.
It'll go, hey, free drinks.
Well,
All right, so because it's so late and we can't think straight, we put up a thing on our Facebook. We did one of them where we asked people on Facebook and Twitter, hey, what should we talk about this week?
well,
Oh, and Jackie, the responses we got. Let's run through them real quick. Let's see, we're going to start off here. I'm going to go up to the top.
top of what?
The top of the Facebook thing.
I don't
Aren't
know
you
how-
excited to see what the people are thinking?
No.
E.J. Jones, our old friend, says slot juice. Must have slot juice.
Oh, see, that's a reason. That's the reason right there that I ain't excited to see what people got to say. That right there.
Slot juice, if you're a new listener.
Oh,
One of our longtime
Hell.
sponsors and a friend of the show.
wasn't
TT
no
Slot.
never real sponsor, just like Obamacare. See, wasn't no, we don't have prostitutes on here
Are you
for sponsors. I don't want to encourage that kind of behavior.
TT Slot is a former prostitute
Oh.
and now a successful local businesswoman who has started her own juice company
What?
called Slot Juice.
All right.
What are the flavors? It's apple, grape apple, clear. I forget the other one. Maybe a coconut.
I don't want to know her flavors.
So, I guess he's tried some of that good old Slot Juice and loves it. Nothing
That's
like
enough. All right, that's enough. There ain't no sponsor, never was, and we don't need to talk about it no more. You can
And
get
for fall,
$25.
Slot cider. If you haven't tried that,
All
there's stuff
right.
floating around in it, like an apple stuff or something off a tree. Bob Gibson says bad haircuts. This is what he wants to talk about: bad haircuts
Ah.
and the big girls who love them.
What?
Bad haircuts and the big girls who love them.
All
I
right.
don't know if he's saying like a bad haircut on somebody and a big girl loves that person, or if he's saying big girl get bad haircut and she loves it.
I don't know either way.
Is that
I
a
don't-
thing that big girls like bad hairdos, bad haircuts?
Why would a big girl like that? Don't no girl like a bad haircut, do they?
Maybe he's saying big girls get bad haircuts and they're like, this looks good on me. Sorry, Bob, we couldn't decipher your suggestion,
No,
so we won't
I
talk
don't know.
about it at all. Jeffrey Lee Trouble says, invite me on the show.
Yeah, we already are doing it now. I don't know if he up this late.
Lisa Palez or Payez says, fuck
Hey, hey,
fracking ice cap melting stuff.
enough.
Fuck, is she saying fuck? It's
Hey.
F-U-K-U
Out,
apostrophe D.
enough.
So was she trying to say fuck
I,
up
I don't want to sit here and listen to that
or
language.
fuck you?
Please watch your damn mouth.
Or maybe just fuck and
All
she added
right. All right.
another you. And then she says fracking right after it, so she could have just said fracked up, fracking. All you fracking opponents can use that joke. Like, fracking is fracked.
Fracking opponent.
Like, they don't want people drilling and getting in the oil,
Oh,
and then there's a
hell.
flood, and
All right, I know.
it
Yeah, I know.
poisons all the... Jeffrey Lee Trouble says, talk about how them there liberal Eskimo... A lot of people try to write in our accents, I guess, what they hear. They
Well,
hear how
maybe
we
they.
talk.
Well, you don't know that for sure. Maybe
Yeah, he
that's
could
how
be
they
talk.
talk.
Maybe that's how he talks.
Yeah,
Jeffrey Lee
you
Trouble.
don't know that.
Might be a fake name. Talk about how them there liberal Eskimos are hiding all the ice so they can pretend it's global warmings.
Hiding it.
He's saying liberal Eskimos want people to think it's global warming, so they hide
I
the
don't
ice.
know. I ain't never met no Eskimo. I don't want to sit there and call them all liberals. I don't know if they're all liberals.
Is it even politically correct to say Eskimo?
These days, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know.
I think you have to say Inuit.
I call them little cold men. I don't know.
You call them little coal men? Like, you know how many words there are for snow in the little coal men?
I just want
language?
to. If they don't like that, I won't call them that. I don't know what to call them. Is the point.
Well, no wonder you go around pissing off Eskimos like this.
I don't know no Eskimos.
I mean, why are you worried about them so much?
I'm not.
I wonder if we
If
had
they like it out there living like that, That's fine.
That's probably what they say about you.
Well, that's fine. They welcome to say
what they
it.
say about you and when people have a nice house, like in a proper functioning.
Well, if they don't want, they live where they live. I live where I live. Everybody's fine.
River West Free Radio wants us to do this bit.
What?
You want me to just read the bit to you?
What, he wrote us something to say?
Yeah, can you see it?
I can't see on that thing. It's got that phone. I can't see.
Hold on. He wants us to do the bit.
What?
He says, do this bit. You want to be Obama or Rouhani?
I don't want to be Obama.
Okay, I'll be Obama. Okay, bye.
What?
That's you right there. You're Rouhani.
Who that?
Iran.
I know. I don't want to be him either.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
So
So,
hang up.
you hang up.
No, you hang up.
No, you hang up.
That's the end of it.
I don't. What, like they love each other, something?
Like they're talking on the phone. And they love each other so much, neither of them wants to hang up.
Everybody get mad about this. Y'all put him in office. Wasn't the whole time Obama ran, he said, I'm going to talk to all of them. Every one of them. Going to be big buddies with him. He said it. Y'all put him in there twice. That's what he's doing exactly what he said he's going to do. He's going to be big buddies, Iran.
Let's discourage people from sending us scripts in the future.
Yeah.
I was about to say that was cool because that was like 30 seconds where we didn't have to think of anything to say, but I'm just going to put the kibosh on it. Rick Robinson says, what part of the government should be shut down? Well, that's big news this week. Government shut down.
Well, yeah.
Is that big news like every couple months?
Pretty much.
I feel like we've done 6 podcasts on the government shutting down. Is it really that big a deal? They're not going to pay soldiers. They ain't going to pay sick people in the hospital. They're not going to get their checks.
I don't know.
What part of the government would you shut down first, Jackie?
I'd shut all them down.
Who?
Every one of them in Congress.
Even
none of them get no paycheck till they sort it out.
Does everything in America shut down? Like, are the stores closed? Or
No,
the banks?
hell no. Just like government stuff shuts down. Stuff you don't care about, parks.
Oh, is that it?
I think that's pretty much it. The soldiers don't get paid and you can't go to the park.
What if Russia invades the parks?
Well, yeah.
Nobody to defend us.
Well, that falls on Obama's feet.
It always does.
Yep.
So, you can shut down the president's office. Can you just shut down?
I'd lock it up. He couldn't get in there. Be banging on the door.
Lisa Palez, who said the thing about fracking and fuck weird stuff.
All right.
And the folks that spends all their airtime on some silly Cheney stuff, I turn it off and color under my blanket tent. That's what Lisa says.
Well, somebody worried about fracking. I figured they lived in a tent.
John Holliday says, Dunlap, is it a drunk week or a preaching week for your daddy? You ever going to let him come preach a little on the podcast?
You couldn't get him sit still this long.
Well, I hadn't talked to him in like 6 weeks, so I figure it's been like a drunk period.
Yeah.
Jack, you wouldn't want him in here?
I ain't going to, if you're drinking, no.
Jackie was always a good friend to my daddy.
Well, yeah, I did best I could for what I had, yeah.
But when was the last time you heard from him?
I ain't heard from him. You heard from him before I have, I reckon.
He went through a period of calling my mama. They ain't been married. That was like...
That's a long time.
That was several husbands ago. I mean, they got married again during that period. But he's
in between 2 or 3 others.
He was calling her at Penny's and just bothering her drunk. And supervisor had to get on the phone and say, you can't call here no more. And he said, oh, I can't talk to my wife. And he had to, say, no, you can't. And it's not your wife. She's married to someone else now.
Yeah.
Him, the supervisor.
At that time, yeah, that's how she got that job.
But they're not together anymore.
Well, hell, Penny, that's closed.
Where does she work? Casting or not? Is that
I
still
don't know
around?
where your mama works.
It's one of them stores you go into, and even at the men's stuff, you feel like you're in a women's store, and
Yes.
the music is weird, and
The
you
smell,
walk
as soon
around,
as you walk in, that perfume smell. I
smell,
can't. Yeah.
and you get lost, and it's not even that big.
Remember, I used to have roses years ago.
Roses, oh yeah. I don't think she ever worked there.
No? Well, she dated that fella who
That
did
work
yeah,
there. Yeah, I don't think they were dating. That was when she was still married to my daddy.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
But in her defense, who the fuck knows where he was?
All right.
But that might be some good bonding time, me and my daddy on here.
Y'all do it together, and I'll skip out on that one.
You think we should just maybe we could have a spin-off where we give him his own show, and you never know from week to week whether it's going to be a Bible lesson or drunk rambling.
Hey, you won't know whether there's going to be a show or not.
We need to expand our broadcast empire, Jackie. Shit, I keep losing this. That's the thing about doing it on your phone. It just, sometimes you lose your place and you. Vince Warren says Iran and Dr. Birdman. Well, we talked about Dr. Birdman.
Yeah. Iran, Obama buddies now, yeah.
E.J. Jones says, how's Jackie's mama? Jackie, how's your mama?
Well, worse for some better than others. She's doing better than my wife.
And she's old. She's like twice as old as
She's
your
twice
wife.
old, yeah.
How's your wife doing?
Well,
About the same.
yeah. I mean, that's it. I mean,
Ain't no good news, is there?
well, it ain't necessarily bad news either. That's, you know what to expect.
Like a lamp.
Yeah.
Walk in the room, that lamp's still there. Good.
Whether the bulb's on or not, does it still turn on? That's,
Can't
that's
tell.
what it's like, yeah.
It's like a lamp, but you can't tell if it turns on or not.
Yeah.
If there's a light bulb in it, you'll never know. But your mother, you still call her and talk to her.
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Take her groceries and
That's my mama, yeah.
her mail.
Yeah. She doing all right, thank you asking, whoever that was.
Your life is depressing.
Wow.
Terrible. Just those, we talked about that for a minute. It seemed like 6 hours and just awful.
Well, that's what you get up in age. That's what the world's like. You don't like it,
I'm gonna have to,
it's coming. You be right there in it.
I'm gonna have to get extra drunk tonight.
Well,
Old Guy Wicker says Tennessee football sucking. Is Tennessee sucking this year, or does this guy just hate Tennessee?
UT's winning, I thought.
Sorry, buddy, we're not gonna take a bait on that one.
Well, we're not going, no.
Roll Tide.
Oh, yeah.
No. Wait, what is Tennessee?
That's not that.
Go Balls.
Big Orange.
I don't watch sports.
I thought the next question was about Roll Tide. I didn't.
No.
I was going with more sports questions, but.
Okay, this is Lisa
Wow.
in the tent with the fracking.
Oh.
Those damn oil spills and gushers, nuclear leaks, fracking, and tar sands
All right.
debacles matter not more to you?
Enough.
Lady, if you got to get off this fracking stuff. The
Yeah.
world is ruined. It doesn't matter. People with money are going to put shit in the ground and pull shit out of it and run people off their land and kill seals and Indians. And I don't know what you want us to do about it. It's awful. I can't help it. I mean, we got to go places, get in a car. You drive somewhere, but you ain't going to find nowhere where rich people ain't ruining the land, if that's even true.
Yeah.
I mean, some rich people tell us that it's not true.
I know you ever see a poor person's yard.
Their yards look the worst. if they get enough money, like maybe they got a job one summer and they get one of those above ground pools, or like a little kiddie pool
Yeah.
even. Like they don't even keep water in it, and then it gets like green slime in it. They don't mow it, or
No.
if they do mow it, it's just dirt.
Car parts, everything else, just I don't mean to put all poor people down, but you go poor parts of town here, it's awful. Poor people treat the world just as bad as any rich man does.
If poor people knew how to put stuff in the ground and take stuff out of it, they would.
They would have done it a long time ago.
We would all be doing it.
Yeah.
We're all terrible, terrible things.
Yeah.
We're just running around. Like, when like wolves meet each other and they fight and kill each other and tear their throats out. We do it, but we don't do like the fighting part. We do the fighting part, but even when we're not doing the fighting part, we're still working on it. We have other ways to do it. I give a wolf. Now, don't get me wrong. A wolf ain't innocent. Wolf, you think a wolf wouldn't put a pipe in the ground and take it underneath into the schoolhouse and when a kid goes to the bathroom, like get in the wolf. I'm talking about a wolf-sized pipe and then climb up and eat that kid.
Yeah.
That's like a wolf version of fracking.
You train a wolf to do it. That's smart, too. You train one to do that.
Don't turn your back on them.
Yeah. Either them eyes looking at you, yeah.
They'll get you, but if you can beat them hard enough, you can get them to do whatever you want.
I think point is you tell this tent lady we're about wolves and leave fracking.
Right. If you're in a tent, your first priority should be wolves.
Yeah. Fracking be the least thing on my mind out there.
All right, going back here a little bit. Phone. So I hope we're addressing your concerns, everybody.
Hey, you just going down the thing and reading it, so, yeah.
Yeah, that's basically what
Well, the best you can do, I guess.
Joseph Noble says, why werewolves like cherry-flavored cereal so much? Joseph is talking about Fruit Brute back on shelves.
Fruit Brute?
Cereal.
Yeah.
Frankenberry.
Oh, yeah, I remember them little animals on there, yeah.
They're not, they're monsters.
Yeah, same thing, hell, animal monster.
You can't tell the difference between an animal and monster. I've never
It
seen
don't.
you to
It
the
tastes
store.
the same. It don't matter whether it's cartoon frog, ghost, whatever. It don't make no damn difference. It all tastes the same. It's for little kids, little children. Yeah.
What do you think cereal all tastes? You don't know the difference between a damn sugar smack and a fucking blueberry?
Well, I watch your mouth.
After dark.
It's all sugar stuff. It's the same to me. Yeah.
Also, Joseph Nobles wants to know: is Mr. Slaw looking forward to Obamacare?
As bad off as he is, just imagine how much worse he's gonna be. Bless his heart.
It may kill him.
Yeah. Well, of course he welcome that. At this point,
we may all be sounding like Mr. Slaw by 2014.
Yeah.
Mr.
Mr. Slaw is America after January 1st.
And Obamacare is
awful.
Voodoo Giannis just writes a derogatory term for a Hispanic person.
What?
Lisa Palyez says, a friend of mine shared a great little thing of Fruit Loops earlier today. You know, the thing about asking people to tell us what to talk about on the podcast this late on a Saturday night is everybody's drunk.
Yeah. That's what it is. We're doing it late. You do it. Sometimes we ask people during the day, and they get, you still got
you got to do it
people
right
in
after
there
church.
Using language. Yeah, right after church, you do something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, people always going to write language and stuff on here, but Shane Smith says, girls, girls, girls. I don't know if he's talking about girls or the Motley Crue song.
Yeah. I know what girl is, but I don't know crew thing. I don't know.
You don't know the Crew?
No.
Maybe when we get done here, I'll pull my tapes out and I'll give you an education.
Well,
a crew education.
Don't sound like an education I need. If I made it this far without knowing what it is, don't reckon I need to know what it is now.
Voodoo Giannis says Mexicans.
What?
Lisa is back. She says, wide depth, wide, what? Privatizing everything while outsourcing it all has worked so damned well. Balmy care, well, hell, that might move us into the direction of functional things in other countries.
Yeah, right.
I think that's satire.
Well,
We thank you for writing us, Lisa. We don't want to, poor woman's intent with Wi-Fi, I guess. Voodoo Giannis says tacos, a.k.a. Mexicans, a.k.a. derogatory term for Mexican.
what is...
I don't know. I think he's a self-hating Mexican.
Well,
Lisa Paez says me loves American food. I think those two satires ran into each other.
yeah.
Adam Dunn says T.T. Slott is my great aunt,
What?
and she owes me $20 in an authentic G.I. Joe lunchbox.
What?
Well, Adam, I'll pass the word on to her. I never heard her mention you.
Look, I don't want this to be a answering service for prostitutes.
TT,
Related or not, I don't be passing messages on this thing
I
to
thought
get to know prostitute. That's not why I'm sitting here in the middle of the night doing this.
usually T.T. Slott talks like she doesn't have a family, at least not one that she communicates with.
Well,
But now she's got, you know what this is, that slot juice making that money. Adam Dunn comes crawling out of the woodwork. Oh, you owe me $20, Aunt T.T. But when you were just a dumb whore,
all right. Just
where's my lunchbox?
Tell him to bring some proof. Stay out of it. Get a lawyer. Don't come on here asking about prostitute lunchbox. Leave that to somebody. That's business to be settled elsewhere.
Voodoo is back. Voodoo Giannis says Ariba, or whatever my people say. Jeff Pooley says GTA 5, Grand Theft Auto, Jackie, video game.
Oh, yeah.
Get to, since you hate prostitutes so bad, you'd probably like that game. I think you get to beat them up, kill them.
I don't want to beat
Run
up, kill
over 'em with
nobody.
a car.
I want them to just find something better in life to do than that. I don't want to.
Well, that is
help.
not an option in Grand Theft Auto.
Well,
there is
I
nothing
don't play
better.
none of that stuff anyway. I don't know nothing about them games, lights flashing in the eyes, mess you up.
I kicked a pig on it. That was kind of fun.
What?
Mayweather wants Miley Cyrus to escort him at his next fight.
You kick a pig on a farm. You ain't got to do it on a video game. That's all I got to say about that. Kids won't sit at home on a couch, flashing lights, kicking pigs on there. Go outside.
Kick a pig.
Go out to the barn.
Get some exercise. Fresh air.
Don't kick it hard, but don't sit on the couch and doing it. Don't make no sense to me.
Is that what y'all used to do in school? Pig kicking?
We used Pretty Pig, remember?
Was that your PE class? Pretty Pig.
Pretty Pig.
What was the game of Pretty Pig?
You
I know
just
you told
dress them
me.
up, you put lipstick on pretty,
You put lipstick on a pig and then you call it, and whoever it comes to, what was the prize in Pretty Pig?
It's been so long, I was a youngin' back in those days. But, yeah, I remember Pretty Pig.
We did a video. Somebody watched that video we did on it 17 years ago and let us know what happens at the end. Jackie's already forgot.
Well, that's how you said it 17 damn years ago.
It wasn't really 17.
I can't remember anything I said on YouTube.
Sorry, I'm trying to get back to.
On that phone.
I gotta get. I can't. Just vamp for a second, Jackie.
Wait, vamp. What do you mean, vamp?
Oh, I just liked her own comment. Okay, hold on.
What the hell are you doing?
Sorry, I can't. GTA 5. Why has everybody forgotten about my people? Mexico, says Voodoo Giannis. Jeff Pooley. Oh, he clarified what he was talking about with Miley Cyrus. And
what is Miley Cyrus? Everybody Miley Cyrus is and that.
She was twerking, Jackie. Jackie, just do this for me. I think it'd be funny for everybody out there listening. Will you just say the word twerking?
What? Say what?
Twerking. Just say it.
Twerking.
Twerking.
Twerk. What
It's
is
just
it?
a funny
What are you
thing.
making me say some word that ain't good?
Everybody was talking about it a couple weeks ago, and we managed not to say anything about it until Jeff fucking Pooley. So what I
Hey.
was thinking was that you could just say it. Just the
I
word
don't know.
itself
I ain't gonna
is
say
funny.
no word. I don't know what it is. You setting me up for something. I ain't gonna say no
Just
twerking.
say twerking, and
Twerking.
everybody
I
else
ain't saying it. I don't know what it is.
Well, I ain't gonna tell you what it is.
Well, that's fine. I don't probably want to know anyway.
because I think it would bring so much enjoyment to the.
Do
the
I
listener.
want to know whatever that word is? Anybody out there? Somebody tell me. I bet I don't.
You take
don't.
a female ass.
All right, enough. Right there. Stop now.
I guess a male ass.
I don't want to hear about.
Okay, it starts with an ass.
All right, there goes
Indiscriminate gender.
Enough right now. I don't want to sit up all night and listen to this. It's not how I want to spend my evening.
Okay, look at speed round here. Voodoo says, "Do we need to get horses and attack California? We
What?
don't need badges." He's talking about Mexicans.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you can do whatever you want to with California. Jeff Pooley says the Miami Dolphins.
Miami Dolphins.
Yeah, I got nothing on it.
Yeah, football, yeah.
John Lapine says your podcasts suck.
Well,
It was the videos that were funny.
yeah, I can't remember 'em.
We did do videos for.
I remember doing it. Like I said a few minutes ago, I'm glad somebody thinks it's funny, but I don't.
Don McCoy says the movie Don John and addiction to internet porn. Spoiler, it's a big part of the movie.
Right.
No, somebody made a movie, Jackie, about addiction. That sounds like a Rick Santorum, Coley Cinemas movie.
What?
About the addiction to internet porn. But you
Oh.
get to see new Batman have sex with Black Widow.
All right.
You get to see Robin and Black Widow do
I
it.
don't want to see no one have sex with no one. I don't want to see that.
Rebecca Moser says, looking at news items of interest. So she gave us some options here. Zombie survival store opens in Florida.
What?
I don't think there's ever going to be a zombie attack, but probably anything you can get at that store is good just to have if you live in Florida.
Yeah.
Al-Qaeda opens a Twitter account.
Al Qaeda
Opens a Twitter account.
on the. Yeah, I know they on the computer. That's how they get you.
Now they're going to tweet at you.
Well, they ain't gonna do that to me. That or the other word you said.
Twerk.
Well, either I don't want to hear it. I don't know what it is.
So Al-Qaeda's not going to tweet at you or
Nope.
twerk on you.
No, sir. Neither one of those. Not gonna have it from them.
Skunks invading Upper Manhattan.
Who said that?
That's the same Rebecca Moser.
Yeah, well, that's good. I like that.
I guess that's a true thing.
What?
She said she was looking at news items of interest. I think these are all real things.
What?
Skunks invading Upper Manhattan.
There'll be something on Animal Planet on that. I watch that. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be a good show, and it's like Upper Manhattan skunks.
Yeah.
It's like they live a taxi,
And remember, like Country Mouse, City Mouse, thing like that.
like country skunk, city skunk.
Yeah. Yeah, that'd be good. I'd watch that.
Looking forward to your next broadcast.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, sorry to disappoint you, Rebecca.
Well, I don't, yeah.
Voodoo Giannis let us know our time was up when we got to 15 minutes. We said we're going to do this in 15 minutes. Give us some ideas.
So it was pretty much he helping us out there, and the rest of it was all racist.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then we told him gracias.
Oh, well.
Greg Cannon says electric cigarette. And these are all post-deadline, but I'll just run through these real fast. Greg Cannon says electric cigarettes.
Electric cigarettes.
You know, vapor, get a vape.
I seen somebody, I thought that was somehow you do drugs that way. Something like that.
You don't like it? It could help you stop smoking, Jackie.
Well, I'm trying to quit. I don't smoke hardly at all anymore.
Get one of them electric cigarettes, be like Tron.
When I want electric, then I'm just smoking something else.
Like a big doobie.
All right.
After dark.
What?
Andrew Jimmy, Jimmy. I don't know how you say your name. Jimmy. With Jesus on a gun. That's a good question, actually.
He didn't need to. Oh, I know people trying to be smart after these questions. Jesus had powers. He didn't need no gun.
That's true.
He had all these kind of powers, heavenly powers, and wouldn't have no use for no gun.
At the least, he could create a bunch of fish to throw at somebody. At the least.
If he wanted to do that, he could, but Jesus wouldn't like that. He wouldn't do that.
He wouldn't throw a fish at
No,
nobody.
sir.
That's against everything Jesus stands for.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
So, no, he wouldn't have a gun. He wouldn't throw a fish at anybody. Why don't you go to Sunday school, Andrew, Jimmy?
If he could have thrown, they crucified him. They put him in. We all know he had powers. He did. That's what I want people. I always like to stress that he died for your sins. Because if he had wanted to, when they was about to get the hammer out, be fist knock all them Romans down. If that's what he so wanted to do, but he chose to die for your sins. So.
And also, where would he go?
What?
Like, he'd have to get away. He'd have to live in hiding. I mean, maybe he just didn't want to go through the trouble.
He died for everybody's sins.
For
That's what it was.
Sins, and also, I mean, just...
They put him in the tomb. He could have stayed in there if he wanted to stick around. It's up. He had power. He'd do whatever he wanted to do. The point I'm trying to make is he chose, instead of doing all that, doing tricks and whatever, he chose to die for our sins.
So, Andrew, it wouldn't matter. If he had a gun, he would have kept it clean and unloaded and in a gun safe, and it never would have come out.
Well, he wouldn't have needed it.
He wouldn't have needed it. But he might have had it just for freedom.
To prove a point or something.
To prove a point.
Yeah, that's understandable.
But if you robbed Jesus, he would give you his money. Or if you attacked him or his family.
He'd give you a talking to and make you feel bad about what you're doing or what he do.
Or maybe use his mind powers. Or like he got mad in the church and he got
mad at, they were selling stuff in God's temple. They had all them booths set up, kiosks, everything. He went out there and knocked it over.
Like, I want to do that at the mall.
That's where you're supposed to do it at. Yeah, not in church.
I just want to kick him like cell phone.
Well, you
cover.
don't do. It's fine to do it in the mall. That's the point he was making.
So we can just go like, fuck the mall up.
Hey, watch your language. No,
and be like,
that's
Jesus
where it's
said.
if they put all that in the church.
Sure, if they bring them all to church, so like them churches with coffee shops and shit, I can just go in there.
I don't agree with that either, but, when the good Lord comes back, he may have a thing or two to say about those. I don't know.
Good question, Andrew.
Yeah.
Very provocative.
Yes, sir.
Jeff Cook said Ted Cruz's failed career as a children's author. We didn't talk about Ted Cruz.
He got up there and...
They said he's leading in the race now for president.
Well, yeah, he's showing what he's willing to do.
To stop Obamacare.
Yeah.
Now, the liberal opponents, say, like, his talking didn't mean anything. Not like that woman in Texas.
Well, she did the same thing with filibuster.
Well, they
get up there and talk. And that was shameful. They throwing tampons or something like all that mess at where she was.
I don't think Ted Cruz threw anything.
No, there wasn't they didn't search anything.
Hey, did he throw a tampon? I mean, he could have killed some time just going through somebody's purse, but he didn't.
No, sir. Didn't resort to that kind of behavior.
If he really took his time and threw a tampon at everybody in the chamber, like, there's one for you, there's one for you.
Some of them deserve it. I don't like saying tampon on again. I'm going to say it right now, but there's a few in there that deserve it, yeah.
But he didn't do it.
No.
Now, the liberals say, his filibuster didn't mean anything. All he did was show just like how self-absorbed he is. He was factually inaccurate. Nothing.
What
it was
all
pointless.
Did that woman say about how long you going to talk about abortion?
She talked for a while.
Well, yeah.
Who talked longer, him or her?
He went, I read 21 hours.
She was just trying to get in under a deadline.
Yeah. He was trying to prove a point, what he was doing. He said, I'm willing to go this far.
And Republicans still, John McCain doesn't like him. Like, Republicans turning against him.
Well, it's John McCain.
Bob Corker, our very own.
Well, he got his issue, yeah. All I'm saying, I did look at how you want to. Him standing there talking about Obamacare, he did for 21 hours is more work anyone's done for this country. A lot more than Obama's done in there for how many damn years now.
Jackie, we started this very podcast you said, "Oh, we used to do some work when I was a kid."
That's right.
My generation
That's right.
knows of the grindstone.
Yes, sir.
And now it's an achievement just talking.
He stood up. We sitting down right now. He had to stand there. And what we're saying right now don't mean nothing. That's how it's different from him.
So tell me again how it's different. What we say don't matter, and we sit down.
Yep.
Mark Pickering says your mother's twaddle.
All right. Enough.
That's pretty good.
It
That's a
said
good one.
time is up anyway. I ain't going to listen to
And
people
just
sit on
three
there.
more. Seth Easterling says the price of ammo outrageous. Attempt to prolong Obamacare. We're attempting to get it out.
Well,
Not even long it, let alone prolong it.
look, everybody gets on the computer and just types a few words. Next time you type in words on, stand there for 21 hours and do it.
Stand up and type.
Stand up and do it.
Or
Like,
opt out of Obamacare and go down, because this may be a young, I don't know how old you are, Seth, but then he asks why breakfast school pizza is better than lunch pizza. I don't know. I'm a little high, but I tell you what, nothing
Hey.
sounds better than breakfast school pizza and lunch school pizza. I wish there was a lunch lady who would just magically appear and shove both of those in my mouth at the same time.
all right.
A sexy lunch lady.
All right.
Jason Scott Burke says Southern demographic displacement. Oh, they're trying to get us to talk about them people having the thing on the square.
What?
They're running, they say the white people are being run out of the South.
I would say nobody's running them out.
Well,
per
they're
se.
talking about the Mexican immigrants like Voodoo Giannis was, and the Somali immigrants that work in the chicken houses, and then a lot of people in Murfreesboro are saying, we don't want you to come here and have your white power rally. And they're saying, it ain't a white power rally. We just think all the brown people should go home. After dark.
All right.
Will Obamacare pay your medical bills if you get poisoned from the hooch from our still? Or you shoot yourself while drinking hooch? Wait, let me read this again. This is
What?
from Donnie Dion. That's got to be a stage name. I wonder if he lives in Branson. He looks tan, but this picture's little. Will Obamacare pay your medical bills if you get poisoned from the hooch from our still, or you shoot yourself while drinking hooch?
About the same as what it's saying. Yeah. Did you Obamacare poison shooting yourself? Right?
I think he's asking a question that if you get poisoned from
Yeah.
drinking his moonshine,
Yeah.
will Obamacare pay for that? And will they pay for it if you shoot yourself while you're drinking their moonshine? Like maybe if you get so drunk.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
Yeah, it's late.
So those were the questions.
Yeah, thank y'all for writing in, except for fracking and language.
No, she has concerns, Jackie.
Well, all right, thank you for writing in. Don't mean that, but just the language is what
Oh,
it
wait,
was.
we
Fracking wasn't it. It was the language. I just don't like hearing.
You want to know what people say on Twitter? Told us to talk about.
What's the difference?
Let's see if Al Qaeda wrote us. IEN3 says, "How about them dogs?"
Oh, yeah. Bulldogs.
Matthew Zarth says, "Memorial decals of deceased loved ones on cars." Is that a thing? I ain't seen that.
I
So
don't even
if,
know what that is.
if
That
you
sounds.
died, I could put like Jackie Brawls, like 1900 to 2013. Loved his mama
What, on
my
your car?
Yeah, just
You
drive
put
around.
anything on your car if you want. That don't make
Well, maybe
people
I can
paint eagles. Everything else put on the car. It don't matter what your car. You won't mess it up.
That's a better idea.
Yeah.
I tell you, when you die, I'll paint an eagle on my car.
You do paint whatever you want on your car.
And you
don't
do
make
the
no
same for
difference.
me, okay, Jackie?
I ain't doing nothing like that. I ain't painting nothing on my truck.
Not even an eagle?
Nope.
And then Matthew Zard says male pattern baldness ponytails.
Yeah.
That's cool. You
well,
got to do something to cover up the fact you're going bald.
Ponytail don't look right on them. Some people to me, but all right.
Men, is that what you was going to say?
I didn't say that.
What about David Allen Coe?
I
He
didn't
has
say
long hair.
men, did I? I wouldn't have no ponytails. I'd say it that way. Seemed like hippies to me. Just remind me of that time back in.
I guess that's all the questions we got, Jackie.
Well,
Those questions were kind of drunk questions, but I'm a little drunk. But we did it. That's what matters. To go back to the earlier point we were making, isn't the quality of the podcast.
well, you say you're gonna do something and you do it. That's what matters, Al.
That's right. Whether it's terrible. Wait a minute, but that's like Obamacare. He said he was going to do it, and the Supreme Court said okay.
That's different, you know
And
that.
he's sticking to it. What if all these people want to dismantle it? What if Obama come out and says, you know what, you're right? That'd be weird.
He ain't gonna do that.
No.
Like I said, he gonna shut every park down. Stones River can't go there. Wacky Dog can't do. It's gonna be pitiful.
Is the mail going to run?
Mail always runs, I reckon.
They don't run on national holidays or when it ices.
Well, those are on holidays. That's it. That's like a day off for them. Yeah, they arrange that.
Is that new girl mail carrier doing you any good, or
Yeah.
did she ever learn the
Still
routine?
got an attitude. The last mail carrier used to be friendly, say hi. This woman just looked
Stuck
down
up.
at a bag.
Probably on her phone.
Yeah. Everybody is nowadays. Yeah. Pitiful.
Well, thanks, everybody, for writing in with your questions. We hope you enjoyed Red State Update After Dark.
Yeah.
Uh,
I ain't doing it this late again. You just
no,
gonna have to have
energy's
your parties,
low.
your TV show parties at somewhere else,
Oh.
some other time. I ain't staying up this late here down there. I ain't doing it.
It's weird. I feel like I cussed a lot more on this one.
Well,
But let's do a little recap. How do you think it went,
I
Jackie?
don't recap. I don't
No,
know. I sat
after-
there. I said we said we're gonna do something and we did it. That's good enough for me.
On Breaking Bad, after Breaking Bad, they do Talking Bad,
What?
where Chris Hardwick comes on there and he talks about what just happened, and they have guests and they talk about the show you just watched.
Oh hell!
So-
I don't watch the show. I ain't gonna watch anybody talk about the show. I don't matter to me.
So we should have, we can have guests like you or me come on as a guest and talk to us about how the show just went.
Hey, you can't be your own damn guest.
Well,
That
you
don't
could,
make any sense.
you could do a funny voice.
I ain't gonna do no funny voice.
You could do your Walter Brennan impression.
I ain't gonna do Walter Brennan on here. Ain't nobody listening to this for that. I ain't doing it.
I'd be like, hey, here's old Walter Brennan. And he's
Oh.
going to talk about the podcast we just
Oh
listened to.
hell! Don't nobody want to hear that. No, that's enough. We done.
Let's see if we can draw it out just a little bit. Yeah, we're done.
All right. Thank you.